welcome back to another episode on Kenny. In this episode we'll go ahead and finish the electrical issues, installing the lights for the cockpit, and install a battery to hopefully stabilize the output voltage of the ignition system. Because if you get this thing into RPMs, it actually goes over 6 volts, it goes up to 8 or 9 or even more volts, and that will definitely cause these lights to burn out. So I went ahead and ordered a fresh 6 volt gel battery, but apparently I'm an idiot and I didn't check the dimensions. Doesn't fit in the hole. Yes. What I probably am going to do is steal the battery from the FS1, because that is one that should fit, and the battery box of the FS1 will accept this bigger style battery. So JMPB actually has the correct batteries, but they are acid batteries, and I don't have acid with me. So my idea was to take a gel battery, because these are also maintenance free. But yeah, I should have checked dimensions, because I'm an idiot. So let's rob the FS1 battery and put it in here. The FS1 battery. This thing fits perfect. So all you have to do now is connect the power and the ground. I've took the old dashboard lights out of my supplies. As you can see here, there's already one in. The other one is also in. So I've just ordered some brand new light bulbs from our partners at JMPB and install them. Now I just have to figure out which one is actually which. You have the neutral indicator and the turn signal as well in this gauge. By heart, I think this light blue one is for the neutral indicator. So if I remember correctly, we should have a light blue one. Yep, here we go. That's this one. This should be neutral indicator. So I will probably have to chop this plug and get some new connectors on there, because this is an old RD plug and this is an FS1 wiring loom. They are slightly different, but that's no big deal. So if you do end up chopping a plug, maybe leave a little bit of cable on the plug so you can resolder them if needed. So this blue and white one is the dashboard light, or whatever we should call it. So let's just give a quick recap of what I've done here. It was really hard to film, so I didn't get much of it. So I've took the old plug, which is here, and got all the ground wires together into one bullet connector, and connected that one to the ground. Same for the other dashboard light, connected to the ground, and tied them up a little bit. It's really hard because there is not much space in here. And then I've cut and taped off the turn signal indicator, and I've also reconnected the neutral switch indicator. So if everything is correct, if I connect a battery, then we should at least have a neutral switch indicator or a neutral switch light if the switch in the gearbox still works. And I think we should also have the dashboard lights as well. So let's just do that. So what I also did is, because I was getting a lot of ground points at that bolt in the headlight, is I connected another black wire for the ground. I don't have any thick wiring here right now, but doubling up is equally as good, if not even better. The only thing that's left should be connecting the battery, and I think I also need a ground point here for the battery. We don't have much yet, but I've just measured the battery and it's a bit low. It might even be dead. So I will have to get the engine running to see if we have any lights working. But to do that, I first have to switch up the fuel pad cock. A bit dirty. I will be inspecting this fuel pad cock later on, but just for now I will probably remove some old fuel so we can flush some dirt out and then just swap in a new fuel pad cock. Everything else that's coming out is clean, so I hope I got some extra dirt out. We have our new fuel pad cock provided by our partners at JMPB. I will put a link in the description. And then in goes the new one. There we go, all nice and tight. Let's put this back on the bike. Yes, fuel's flowing. Yay! We got the dashboard lights. This one is working as well. Neutral indicator is not working. Not sure why. We'll have to measure it up. Rear is still working. Although the battery is connected, we are still super bright on lights, which is kind of strange. So I did some measuring, and with the added battery and the rectifier, we didn't have more than 6 volts, but these lights look like they will still burn out. So I will investigate on what to do and maybe look for some brighter or higher wattage rear lights. In the meantime, we'll have a look at the horn. So we got a fresh new 6-volt horn. Here we go. Just a universal horn, nothing too special. Ooh. Also available at JMPB. And let's try and mount this in a spot that's not that suspicious or conspicuous or whatever. Maybe down here, but then underneath the tank. For example, like this. This hole is ready to accept the horn, although it's still visible, which I don't like. Are there any other frame holes here? Let's actually check if there is a mounting spot on the frame. Maybe something like this. Let's try and mount it here, put the tank back on and see how it looks, if it's still visible or not. So we got a horn mounted in one of the frame holes. Let's see if the tank still fits and if the horn is visible or not. We are hitting the tank, but maybe we can bend it out of place a bit. Or maybe mount it the other way around. So I've just flipped it. Let's see. The tank is on, and from the side it's completely invisible. You can only see it if you really go down, but this is perfect. So now let's just take the tank off and see if this horn actually works. Let's just put some temporary wires on, straight from the battery to a ground on the engine here, and let's see if it honks or not. Yay, we got horn! So I did make a mistake. The horn button is actually a connection to ground. So you just add constant power to the pink wire, this one over here, and then the black one should, it's maybe a bit confusing, but I did it this way. The black one goes into pink, that's to the horn button. Because according to the schematic, the horn button grounds the horn out. So basically, while the bike is running, there's constant power to the horn, and then you complete the circuit by pushing this button so that it actually horns. Strange thing is though that, well, it's not strange, but at idle the horn just doesn't work because it's low on power. Maybe I should switch out this battery because I think this battery is actually draining the whole system. But yeah, for now I think we have, except for the neutral switch indicator, that's pretty strange. We'll have a look into it. But other than that, we have lights. I will be looking for bigger bulbs up front to drop the voltage a bit so that they don't burn out. I think a local bike store might have them. So that's it for the electrical issues on the RD50. If you thought this was helpful, leave a like and consider subscribing for more. If you have questions, leave them down below in the comments. I always respond to them and I will always try to help you guys. So without further ado, thank you very much for watching. See you on the next one.